The Crackpot, Success and Imperfection. Part 1. The Crackpot, Success and Imperfection. Welcome to today's video. Let me tell you a story. One that might change how you view success, failure, and even yourself. Once upon a time in a small village, there was an old woman who carried water every day from the river to her house. She used 2 large pots tied to a wooden pole that rested on her shoulders. One pot was perfectly intact, while the other had a crack running down its side. Each time she walked home, the cracked pot would leak water, arriving with only half of what it originally held. The perfect pot, on the other hand, always delivered a full portion. The cracked pot felt useless and ashamed. One day, it spoke to the woman. "I'm so sorry. Every day, I fail to do my job properly. You carry me all this way, but I only bring you half the water. I am broken." The old woman smiled and said, "Tomorrow, I want you to pay attention to the path as we walk home." The next day, as they walked, the cracked pot noticed something astonishing. On its side of the path, flowers were blooming in abundance, while the other side was bare. The woman explained, "I've always known about your crack. So, I planted seeds along your side of the path, and every day, as we walked, you watered them. Because of you, I have these beautiful flowers that bring joy to my home." The cracked pot had spent its entire life believing it was a failure, but in reality, its flaw had created something beautiful. Success doesn't always mean being flawless. In fact, sometimes, our imperfections shape the greatest outcomes. In today's video, we're going to explore what this story teaches us about self-worth, hidden potential, and redefining success. Part 2. Redefining Success. Your flaws are your strengths. Let's break this down. What makes something or someone successful? We often think of success as perfection, the straight-A student, the flawless leader, the ideal career. But life isn't about being perfect, it's about making an impact. Think about some of the most successful people in history. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. Oprah Winfrey was told she wasn't fit for television. Albert Einstein was once considered a slow learner. What do they all have in common? They didn't let their cracks define them. Instead, they used their setbacks to grow, adapt, and ultimately succeed. Just like the cracked pot, we all have imperfections. Maybe you struggle with public speaking. Maybe you're not great at math. Maybe you've made mistakes that still haunt you. But what if those very things, the ones you see as weaknesses, are actually your greatest strengths? Take a moment and think. What's something you've always seen as a flaw? Could it actually be an asset in disguise? Perhaps your sensitivity makes you a great listener. Your stubbornness fuels your persistence. Your struggles help you empathize with others. Every crack tells a story, and every story has the potential to create something beautiful. Part 3. Embracing your imperfections, finding your purpose. Now, the real question. How do we embrace our imperfections instead of fighting against them? Here are 3 key principles. Shift your perspective. Instead of seeing flaws as roadblocks, view them as stepping stones. The cracked pot thought it was failing, but in reality, it was nurturing life. Sometimes, what we perceive as failure is actually part of a bigger picture we can't yet see. Focus on impact, not perfection. Success isn't about how flawless you are. It's about how much you contribute. A writer with dyslexia might struggle with spelling but tell powerful stories. A shy person might not be a charismatic leader, but their quiet strength could inspire others in different ways. Turn weaknesses into strengths. What if, instead of hiding your flaws, you leaned into them? Think about comedians. They take their insecurities and turn them into humor. Entrepreneurs turn past failures into lessons for success. Your so-called imperfections might be the key to your purpose. As we move into the final section, we'll discuss the biggest mindset shift you can make to transform the way you see yourself and your path to success. Part 4. Success isn't perfection, it's authenticity. The biggest mistake we make is thinking success is about fitting into a mold. But real success isn't about being flawless, it's about being authentic. It's about taking what makes you unique and using it to create something valuable. Think about the old woman and the cracked pot. If the pot had been perfect, there would be no flowers. Sometimes, the most unexpected qualities lead to the greatest results. So, here's my challenge for you. Start embracing your cracks. Stop chasing perfection and start focusing on what makes you you. Because the world doesn't need more perfect people. It needs people who are real, who are different, who are willing to grow. Thank you for joining me in this conversation. If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. And remember, success isn't about having no cracks. It's about how you use them. Keep growing, keep creating, and I'll see you in the next video.